Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Whispers from the Abyss podcast. I am TheAbyssFallen, and I'm back here today with my boy, Monotrome. Is he sleeping on the job again? Oh, okay. Never mind. Dang, I pay this guy, and he's just already sleeping on the job. What a loser.
Dude, I'm just passed out the entire day.
Bro, yeah, this guy, absolute freaking loser. Gets no bitches. Anyway,
one of those things is true.
Yeah, the no bitches part.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Anyway, y'all are probably wondering where we've been.
I'm not.
Was I asking you? You speak
when
spoken
Hold
to.
On. Let me turn off my fan. It's probably really loud.
I don't even hear your fan at all.
Well, I'm turning it off just in case. Okay.
Anyway, okay, so I feel like y'all deserve an explanation of what's been going on with the podcast. So I'm going to. So shut your filthy mouth, you dumb, illiterate bitch.
Hey! Calm down.
Love you, baby.
Yeah, man. Sure, or whatever.
Okay, so I'm not going to go into Tyler's situation, but I'm just going to point out the obvious. Tyler, he's not here. He's dead. We killed him. So, rise and grind of the new podcast, Mr. Monotrome and Mr. TheAbyssFallen. You know, Namless, we don't need him.
Well, we kind of do.
No, we don't. Shut up.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we'll find a third, probably.
Most likely. If not, then we'll just make Caleb have multiple personalities, like the movie Split.
I already do.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Tony.
You're talking to Jane right now.
To Jean? Bro, like pant jeans?
No, like Jane.
Female? You're a woman?
You're not?
You know how I feel about women.
Oh.
I love them. Anyway, but for a while, I just didn't feel like doing the podcast, and we just never really had time to I guess just sit down and do it, because for one, Tyler can't do it he can only do it in certain parts of the day to where we can't do it because we're just now getting out of school and having to do stuff. So it's just, we've been sidetracked with the idea of doing the podcast, but then me and Caleb got to talking, and we're just like, hey, why don't we just do it and just leave Tyler in the dust?
That conversation happened today, and that's not how it went.
Yeah, that's how it went.
Look, man, Tyler's gonna listen to this, and I want him to know that's not at all how it went.
Okay, you explain it, because you're better with words, like how you are with women, but you don't get women.
Anyways. Yeah, so we were talking today, actually, and we were like, we need to release a podcast. We haven't done one in a while, and we really need to do one, soon. So, we were like, blah, 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 but Tyler can't do it, and then it kind of came down to the fact that we needed to do a podcast, and currently we're the only two to do it. We would love to let Tyler back in on it whenever his whole situation is fixed. It's just the fact that currently he isn't able to do it at the same time we can. So, yeah. You've got us for now, and that's all you need most of the time.
You know how the song goes, just the two of us. Okay.
Anyways.
So there's another thing that Caleb has been talking to me about, which I refuse to do, but I'm fixing to do it because he's gonna kill me if I don't.
Yeah, baby.
He's trying to make me watch the Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, best series in the world, man. One of the best TV shows of all time. Breaking Bad, I love Breaking Bad. If you haven't watched Breaking Bad, go watch Breaking Bad. I just finished the series a few days ago. One of the best series I've ever watched in my life. That's not even a joke. There's no hint of a joke here. Comedy, I threw it out the window for Breaking Bad months ago. Breaking Bad, Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, another name from the show. I love Breaking Bad. You don't understand how far I'll go just to see more of this show. I started Better Call Saul. nowhere near as good as Breaking Bad, but it's still really good. It's on such a biblical level that I'm sure someone out there actually perceives the show as some form of religion. I could talk about this show for hours without stopping.
I think that's a little
like
weird.
it's so good. Like, I genuinely love this show so much. It's so good. Like, Walter's progression as a character, Jesse's progression as a character, the whole arc with Gustavo Fring, all of it, so good. I love that show. Also,
yes.
So, Doctor Strange came out recently.
And we need to watch that.
We're going to go watch it this Thursday.
This Thursday with the boys.
Yep.
And also, I like to address that Tyler said it's an A+, B- at best.
Yeah, okay, Tyler is... I don't know. I heard it's been pretty good. I'm not entirely sure, though, so I'm not going to make a bunch of accusations about what Tyler thinks about things, but I've heard it's pretty good from a people whose opinion I trust. So, I don't know, man.
I mean, like, I can't see it being that bad of a movie. Like,
it's directed by Sam Raimi. There's no way it's bad.
Exactly. Like, the third Spider-Man, only funny because of, like, emo Peter Parker. But the first two Spider-Man movies, slap.
Amazing.
But, like, if you really think about it, like, maybe that's just nostalgia talking to us. Because, like, they aren't as, like, great movies as I remember as a kid.
Well, yeah, but they're not amazing, but, like, they're not terrible at all. Like, they're pretty good from what I remember. And I'm not remembering them, like, terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I can't exactly... Okay, hold on. Let me pull back. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Content's not here today. Go away for another week.
Okay, I have to ask.
Oh, dude, you know what I genuinely forgot? Since the last time I was on a podcast, I crashed my car.
Oh, yeah. We need to talk about that epic moment.
I crashed and fixed my car. Like, it's been a while since I've been on the podcast. It's been over, like, a month or two, dude.
So, Caleb
I'm not telling the story on the podcast.
I just want to say the small point of when he dropped me off, literally the same, like, at about 30 minutes later, he calls me, so I crashed my fucking car.
Ooh, yeah, that was a bad day. It was a terrible day, honestly. I hated that.
We were supposed to go home and we were supposed to, like, record something, and he was just like, so, I might not be able to record tonight. I was just like, dude, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, that was bad.
I was like, damn, homie, you almost died. I don't give a shit about GTA video, even though I really did. And, like, you should have sucked up. Should have sucked it up.
Dude, I literally, like, the only thing that I cared about was, like, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to record tonight. And I texted you that, and you were like, dude, you just crashed your car. Get some perspective. And I was like, oh my god, he's right. Because you were like, dude, you just crashed your car. Like, focus on that for a second. And I was like, oh, yep, he is right. That is true.
And now, the car is back with the black bumper. It's very nice.
Yeah.
And then he's also got a truck that gets 8 gallons to a mile.
I got a truck for my 18th birthday. That was fun. I love that truck so much.
Oh yeah.
I'll send a picture of it to Zach.
Yeah,
just so he can put it in the podcast.
Yeah, he missed we missed his birthday, which is very. I was trying to do his birthday special, but like, I kind of just being completely honest, I was halfway done with it, and then I passed out, and by the time like I got it ready, it was past his birthday. So now I'm just waiting for a better time to like share the best of Monotrome.
I mean, I graduate in a month, so that would be nice.
That's probably what I'm gonna do. That's
A
a
little
smart idea.
graduation gift.
You are eating this month. Good job.
Dude, like unironically, dude, graduation seems like I'm not ready, honestly. Like I've like it's obviously gonna be like this big fun experience that I can share with a bunch of people, but like, dude, ooh, it's still scary, and it's very scary.
Oh, I feel that. I mean, like it's like I'm glad like I'm not a senior right now. I'm sad that I'm not. I'm also glad that I'm a junior because like that means I get another year to experience like school and everything. I would not want to graduate like right now.
Oh yeah, no, dude, it's scary. I don't know what I want to do. Like after school, I've got because I've got a plan. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, graduation it's a biggie.
Don't
like
worry.
It's right around the corner.
I'm gonna show up and I'm just gonna right when you walk up, I'm gonna stand up, and go, man, this guy stinks.
Okay.
I'm gonna harass you like they harassed Squidward during that one episode of SpongeBob where he started to do his funny dance.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of changes going on right now. Like currently, the biggest one is obviously graduation in a month. This the change in like content that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out how to start doing some different kinds of content besides just gaming. Sorry, guys. Sorry, all my gaming friends. I don't know. I can't do gaming as well as some other people can. I can't do it justice. I'm not a good commentator unless I have something to commentate on. Which games are fine, I guess, but like there's not enough substance there to comment on.
Bro, you know what I want to do, to be honest? If I had like a good chunk of money, I would do like live videos, like for example, like this is just a straight up like thing where I've learned like what would be really fun, like reaction with Markiplier like reacts to stuff, and then like the boys like do stuff like go like boys like review the 1-star restaurants around the like I'd love to do stuff like that. I think
dude, that'd be so much fun.
Like there's a one they just released called The Boys Escape Prison, where like they got put into like an old prison and they're trying to escape with actual like officers like in the like patrolling the prison.
Jeez, that sounds interesting. That sounds intense, honestly.
Bro, I love them so. Like if you like knew me before and like before I like started watching them and after I started watching them, I got a lot of my comedy from them. Like for like YouTubing wise, like at first when I first started like ever like starting like think about gaming, I was more wholesome than I was before until I discovered them. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start making penis jokes. And then here I am making penis jokes at 69
and look how far that got you.
69 subscribers, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I like content in general. Just I don't know where I want to go with that.
I think whatever you do, you'll be really good at, because like I've told people like, hey, he like at one point you were gonna start like posting more, and they were like, damn, I can't wait for that, because like you're naturally like my funniest stuff is with you in it, and so it's just like people are just like, bro, he'd be a really funny guy. Like this funny guy has good words. Like Tyler, for example, he was like when me and him were just like on a PS Party the other day. We were just like talking, and he was super like excited when I said like you were gonna start like posting more. He was like, "Dang, he's funny."
Yeah, I don't know. I plan on trying to do a bunch of just small stuff to get myself started.
Yeah, I feel.
Try not to let Mason yell the N-word on my channel anymore. That was a fun one.
Bro, the stream was going decent too.
It was going well, and I was like actually making that was the last time I played that game, because like I was making decent progress in the game, and then I was just like, yeah, I might actually be able to finish it tonight. And then Mason runs in, yells the N-word, and I'm just like, well, that stream's going nowhere.
I have it downloaded to my phone because like the beginning, Like the Batman and Joker skit we did in the beginning, I was just like, that's too funny to let him let it be deleted. I can't let him do that.
Riddle me this bat. Riddle me this bat piss.
See, Daddy was a gamer.
How hard do I have to slap you with my cock to kill you?
Bro, I need to watch the new Batman movie. I just haven't yet.
You haven't watched it yet?
No, I haven't. I need to.
Dude, that's like some sort of sin. That is such a good movie.
So many people like recently told me it's a shitty movie. I was like, but like I've seen trailers and it looks really good. Like they're saying like
it is an amazing movie. Who told you that? Who's lying to you?
I can't remember. It was a female, I believe, and they're just like it was a terrible movie. Even if you think about
that's your problem. It was a female. They always have bad opinions.
That's going in. That's going in.
Cut that out. 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 Dude,
we'll be back after these brief commercials.
I always hate making jokes like that because they're really funny, but it's just the classic I'm sexist, and like it never goes anywhere. Like I don't want that to be all my comedy is.
No, your comedy also involves
being a pedophile.
Yeah, you gotta be careful now. You gotta be careful now because you're 18, so you can't be a pedophile anymore. Or else the law will come after you. Chris Hansen will come. Ooh, he'll come attack you.
Yeah.
Bro, one of my favorite.
That's a bad one.
This is actually one of my favorite moments we've ever done recording. We're playing Splitgate, and the entire Chris Hansen bit. Oh my god, that's one of my favorite things we've ever done.
I forgot which one that was.
It was
we need to play Splitgate again.
Bro, it's not a great game. It's not great at all, but like it's just vibey.
It's not a good game. Like it's a bad game, honestly. Like if we're being honest, that game is not fun.
It's just like something you
It's just something to do.
It's just something to do while you and your friends just Bro, there's another Splitgate stuff we did with like Zach and Tyler. Oh my god. That was
Dude, Splitgate is so bad that it forces you to have fun conversations so that you can just do something.
Honestly.
Like Splitgate is honestly a terrible game. I hate it. Like I take that back. It's fun to an extent. But it was much more fun when people were actually playing it. Now all that's playing it are sweats. So when you play it, you genuinely, like, you have to be playing with someone else or you will have the worst time of your life. Like, you have to play with someone else so they can suffer with you. Like, there's no in-between for that.
I mean, yeah, that's understandable. I mean, but it's I've had a decent experience with it. Like, the 3 times we played... Okay, there's 4 times we played. The first time we ever played it, which I think that's where we made my Splitgate video. The second time, after I closed out GTA, because we recorded 3 hours on GTA with Colton and Boston, and I just couldn't handle it no more. And then with Tyler...
Ooh, I remember that one.
Yeah, we don't talk about that sinful day.
Dude, that was a fun one. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, it was... You don't know how painful it was to edit that video. It was so painful. You straight up told me...
I don't know what made you so mad.
Bro, you straight up told me, like, at first you said, bro, this would be a funny video, and at the end of it, you're like, bro, maybe you should just scrap this all together.
It was funny in the moment, but, like, genuinely, you were getting so mad. Dude, speaking of you getting mad, the phone thing. Oh my lord.
I'll let you tell this one, because I'll just correct you if it's wrong.
You correct me on I will give my point of view, and then after that, you give me your point of view, okay?
Alright, fine. That works, I guess. Let me grab a knife
and
fucking kill you.
So, we were at school, just, like, literally any other day, and we're just messing around at lunch, and our friend, we'll call him Sam for the sake of this. He takes Zach's phone, and we're just messing around, like throwing it around, like monkey in the middle type stuff, like keep it away. And then I decide, wouldn't it be funny if I, like, pocket this and keep it for a little bit and make Zach a little upset with a little jokey joke that I pull on him? And so I take it, and at first it was just like an innocent little prank, and Zach is like, okay, who took the phone, guys? And hindsight being what it is, I should have given it back right then and there. Because then Zach like starts getting genuinely angry and like yelling at our entire group of friends to give back the phone. And at this point, I'm just scared and don't want to give it back because I'm afraid he's going to hit me if I give it back to him. And listen, I don't know if the viewers know much about me, but if you've seen Zach's The Boys Go to Prom video, I'm a big guy in the wrong way. I'm what people would like to describe as stubby. So I am not going to win in any fight against anyone, no matter who they are. So when if Zach is going to hit me, I'm not going to win. So I'm like, I'll keep the phone and I'll put it back I'll give it back whenever he won't notice that I'm putting it back. So we're all messing around and Zach is like shouting and like I'm trying to keep it together because I'm still having a little bit of fun with this, so it's still kind of funny. And then Zach is like genuinely very angry and he throws his bag down and runs inside to like go check the office for a phone. And so while he's inside like freaking out, I I give it to one of our friends and slip the phone, and they slip the phone back in the bag. And Zach comes back out and he's like, they didn't have a phone in the office, and he's like getting even more mad. And then he walks back over to the lunch table to see if anyone had left it over there, and he just hadn't seen it. And then our friend, we'll call him Grow Dumb for the sake of this, decided to have the bright idea of giving it back to him and being like, it was over here the whole time, you just didn't see it. Which, in retrospect, is a terrible idea. Don't get me wrong. That is a stupid idea. Because Zach obviously checked his bag. So he knew something was up. And so he comes back, and Groda is just like, hey, it was right here the entire time. It was in your bag. You just didn't see it. That was the stupidest idea any of us had ever had. But Zach was like, no, I checked my bag. And he then grabs his bag and grabs all his stuff and just leaves. And like, he was gone for all of lunch and we had no idea where he was. So I go and find him and I'm like, hey buddy. And like, I was just like, yeah, don't be mad about this. And so I convinced Zach that I didn't take the phone and that at least he got it back. And then Zach, I thought I was in the clear. I thought nothing was wrong. And then Zach, as we're walking in, we see him talking to the school officer, talking about checking the cameras. And I lost it. Because obviously they're going to find out I'm the one that took the phone. And then Zach is going to be all mad at me. But it's far too late for that now. Because Zach is already walking to the office with the officer to check the cameras. And so I am losing it. And like, I'm spam snapping Zach. And I'm just like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't want it to go this far, blah, 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 blah. Just like spilling my guts out, like apologizing. And then literally, as we're going to our next class, I see Zach and he checks his phone and he looks at me and I'm just like, oh Lord. And then he literally is silent. And then we get to the door of our next class and he's just like, hey buddy. nothing ever happened, and I was so confused. And we literally have not talked about it since. I genuinely had no idea what was on his mind when he was just like, he was silent the entire next period. He was acting all friendly and stuff. I'm 100% convinced he was playing mind games because I have no idea. Like, I would have been, like, if I was mad before, like, it's not easy to like cool down. I don't understand what happened with Zach there. Anyways.
Okay, so I'll explain my perspective. Okay, so what it was is, I remember, like, I wasn't very concerned about it because, like, I trust majority of the guys at the table. Like, I may not be friends with them, but I know they wouldn't do anything stupid because, like, you know, big, strong, blonde man. But, I just remember, like, the phone just randomly, like, it was in your hoodie, and then it just randomly went missing. I was like, that's fucking weird. And then, like, matter of, like, 5 minutes, I was getting, like, very, like, worried and, like, I guess angry to a point. Just, like, because, like...
You were angry, dude. You were, like, shouting at the people at the table.
Well, it's because, like, for one, it's not really the fact of me losing my phone. It's more the fact of, like, if anything happens between, like, my dad needs to get a hold of me, that's how he gets a hold of me, is through that. Like, I just got really worried because, like, oh, what if he calls? What if he does this? So it's just, like, I was just freaking out, just like, fuck, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? And, I was genuinely mad. And then right when I was sitting down and right when I was going to the office, I wasn't going to begin with. I was just like, it's probably nothing. But I was just like, something seems fishy here. So I just go to like the officer. I was like, hey, some people were playing a prank on me. I just want to know if like I'm crazy or not. So I was just like, hey, can you just like go through this certain time at the cameras near like the area where we were? It's like, see, hey, if anyone's been around my backpack. So he showed me the footage, and it shows you passing the phone to Grota, and then Grota putting the phone in my backpack. I was like, this freaking loser. So I go back to class. I'm not trying to think about it. I'm just trying to get my work done. And I get out of class a little bit early so I can just like kind of beat you so you don't see me. And I was like, right when I'm guessing like right when the bell rung, I ran into Zach, and me and Zach were talking about it. And he's probably one of the people that calmed me down in that situation because I just needed someone to vent to. I was just like, bro, I caught Caleb lacking. He said he didn't do it. I got video proof. He said, dang, you got him lacking? And so, and the reason I wasn't really mad about it is, for one, I mean, it's just like, it was a prank. I mean, like, I'm going to pull pranks on you, obviously, eventually. And also the fact of, you're kind of right about that, like, I was genuinely not mad during the period, but I also wanted to, like, just make you think I was, just to screw with you for payback. I wasn't mad.
Dude, it was a terrible day, like, all around. That day was scary.
Okay, but yeah, racism, yeah, that's what happened, yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
So, yeah, that's the stealing phone situation, and I'm still gonna get Caleb back for it. Okay, no, you know what's even worse? He tried to blame my brother stealing his car, saying like, well, this is the dude. I was like, dude, no, that's between you and my brother.
No. Oh, no, you take that back. You take that back. I did not blame...
Well, your brother did steal my car 2 times. I was like, that's irrelevant events.
I did not blame Mason for this. Don't even do that to me. I did not blame Mason.
No. You said like, but you know, your brother did steal my car 2 times. It's like, that does not matter.
I jokingly said, tra-la-la-la-la, you helped Mason steal my car once, which is true, by the way. Mason,
I didn't help him.
He helped Mason. No. Yeah, you did. You both ran up with your plastic toy gun.
He ran up with a plastic toy gun, and I was
You also had...
I was a victim.
Oh, you were a victim in my car getting stolen?
Here's Mason. Mason can talk about it. Oh, yes, talking to this. What
are we talking about here today, lads?
Oh, how you stole his car. And he's saying like I had an accomplice in it.
We're talking to the rat bastard himself.
You were an accomplice.
We're talking to the rat bastard himself. Oh, this is my brother, Mason.
Hello, fellow fuckers. Yeah, well, so Caleb was just being a little bitch, and he's just coming to like pick up my brother without inviting me at all, and so I felt a little bit attacked. And shut the fuck up, Caleb. Shut up. And so what I decided to do was rob this fat motherfucker with a red toy gun. And it was like Battlestar Galactica type shit, like Star Trek. It wasn't even like a real. It was red and it glowed. And yeah, he pulled up and I reached in the car. Said, "Mr. Martin, please step out of the vehicle." He said, "What are you doing, Mason? What are you doing?" I unbuckled his seatbelt, ripped him out of the car, and drove approximately 45 meters with his best friend Keegan in the passenger seat, my brother in the rear passenger seat. And then Mr. Martin tried to attempt to run. His little fawn legs were stumbling, and he tripped a few times, and then, well, he dropped his phone out of his vehicle when he was pulling off. And then so my brother called me, and my brother goes, "Hey, Mason, Caleb's phone's out there, and we're coming back to look for it. So what does any normal person do? You know?" They decide to go out there, steal the phone, and make him think that he fucking lost it. And I go out there, and I do just that.
I haven't told Caleb this.
And so now...
You what?
Mr. Martin, you are sincerely a bitch. Goodbye, right
You
now.
what?
Bye, Mason. So what happened was, I was there and I was helping you look for your phone, and Mason taps me on the shoulder and passes me your phone. I was like, "Bro," and I was just like, "Okay," and I put it underneath your seat to make you think your phone was in your car the entire time.
So you two made me think I was genuinely crazy for a solid 30 minutes. Zach. And you're blameless in this situation?
Okay, I didn't help you steal your car. I did help with the phone hostage situation.
Then we're even, Zachary.
I wasn't going to tell you this, but Mason just put it out in the open.
We're even then.
Or never even. This is prank war, bitch.
Hear my words. We will never be more even than we are now. We're on the same playing field. Take that and leave.
Okay, fine.
You fucking dumbass.
I'm gonna...
Saying, I didn't have anything to do with stealing your car. No, but you stole my phone, so we genuinely just are even. How did this devolve into this?
Well, you know, Mason showed up, I guess, and that's what...
Yeah, you're the one that wanted to pull him in on the conversation.
No,
not
he
my
just
fault.
walked into my room, and I was just like, "Oh, well, this is perfect timing, I guess."
Yeah, and look where that got you.
Well, it got me laughing my ass off because, like...
Oh, no, it was hilarious, but still, it got you nowhere.
It was pretty hilarious. That situation was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, no, that's hilarious. I can't believe that that's how this comes out.
What other way? This is a better way of coming out to it. It's like when you come out to your parents.
On the TheAbyssFallen podcast.
You would know, wouldn't you?
Subscribe.
Your brother would know, wouldn't he?
Oh,
Cut that out.
Gay?
Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out.
No.
I hate you so much. I hate you both so much.
Okay, Mason, leave the premises. We gotta talk about actual cool stuff. Okay. God, I will. Oh, that was really. That's probably my favorite bit of the entire podcast. Oh.
That one. That's a good one. That one was really good.
Oh God, that was great. Okay, so let's go on a different topic. So, okay.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Me and Caleb are both nerds. He could agree with this one.
I mean, yeah.
And what do nerds do? They stay after school on Wednesdays till 6 playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god. We shouldn't talk about this on the podcast. If we weren't already bullied online enough, this will get us there.
I've never been bullied. People love my content. Never got one hate message ever.
I actually run most of the TheAbyssFallen hate accounts.
Bro, I honestly believe that you are the reason why, right when I got 69, someone unsubscribed. It made me sad.
Dude, unironically, I'm making an TheAbyssFallen hate Instagram right now.
Bro, that'd actually be fucking hilarious. What could be better?
I'm doing it.
What could be better publicity than that? Okay, yeah, we should not talk about Dungeons and Dragons. That'd probably be bad.
No, we're doing it. We're doing it now.
Oh, we are? Okay, I guess. So, you want to talk about yours than mine, or mine than yours? Because
okay, let's start it off with mine because that's how it all started.
Which I want to say very quick, one of the best things that's like, it was so good, like 10 out of 10 gay rats.
Back at the beginning of the year, we were invited to do a little, we were invited to D&D club on Wednesdays with one of our English teachers, and me being the nerd I am and having no friends at the time, agreed. And then I met Zach and a few other of my friends that I am friends with now, and I'm like, hey, you should do this because, you know, it's
fun.
It's fun. Yeah. And then they were like, no, that's nerd shit. And I was like, well, true, I guess. And so I somehow convinced all of the guys to, you know, start playing. And we get through, I guess, I mean, help me out here. Like, do we want to talk about the sessions on the podcast or what?
I'm down. I also want to point this out very quick. It was me, like, Caleb took the longest convincing me to do it because I did not want to do it at first. I was like, bro, like, I already get bullied for, like, my long hair and painted fingernails. I don't think that me playing D&D will make my social life any better.
No. I had trouble convincing you. You will never understand the pain that I had to go through convincing Keegan. First, I had to get you to go. Then I got Connor going. Then I got our own group formed. And then, only then did Keegan go. It was so annoying to convince him because he was like, no, I don't really want to. That's not all the nerds playing there. I had to literally get an entire group together and ask Miss Layton if we could do it like in separate groups since we had 2 dungeon masters at that point.
Yeah.
And then when she finally agreed, it took so long, dude. Convincing Keegan was the worst part, not gonna lie.
I just figured since he played, he would have been like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, he played, but he doesn't like being seen as a nerd, dude. Like, that's the thing about Keegan. He's very into his social presence.
That is true, but he'll never be as cool as Coulson Payne.
You said his last name.
Fuck!
Cut that out.
Okay. He will never be as cool as his cooler brother, Coulson. Yeah, that works.
That is true. That is true. I agree.
Bro, I actually, like, to be completely honest with you, I didn't like D&D at first. Because, like, the first thing we ever did, my character did die right off the bat because I was stupid. And,
that was your fault. I'm not protecting you.
That was my fault.
That was your fault.
That was my fault. But after the first session of the real campaign, bro, I apparently did so good, Caleb gave me 2 points of inspiration. So, I'm just going to leave it at that.
Zach caught on very quickly, which is something I've never seen any player do. He caught on very, very quickly to everything that was going on in the game. And it was actually super cool to watch him, like, grow as a player during the whole campaign. And it was really fun, honestly.
Like,
if I ever got the chance to... Yeah, if I ever get the chance to run a new session, I'm definitely going to have Zach in there again.
But I also have to say, I did make it hard on him because I made a really stupid decision. And, let's just say it affected the campaign quite a bit. But, we're moved past that. because we're the
I
homies.
will never. Okay. No, we're talking about this on the podcast just so I can berate you publicly for this.
Okay, I guess. Fuck.
Zach had made a character at the very beginning of the campaign whose backstory aligned with like 2 other characters' backstories, and it was going very, very well. So I bring Zach aside, and I'm like, hey, do you want to do this like thing that would make your character a lot cooler, and it's got a huge payoff towards the end of the campaign, and it would be really cool for your character, and I think it would give you a lot of character development. Zach agreed, so I thought that meant that he wanted this character to go on for a while. I stayed up. This is just for context for the whole situation. I stayed up for 4 nights in a row writing like an entire story based around Zach's character and one other character in the campaign, and I was like, that's how this is all gonna go. Like, I wrote down basic plot points, little like cliff notes. I stayed up so late for 4 nights in a row just writing for this character, and then literally the next session we played, Zach gets into a fight with someone whose father he had just killed, and then doesn't fight back. And this person's father had just died, so they're not just gonna let him go, obviously. Yep. And instead of running or fighting back, Zach lets this character die. And I was already angry, but then I'm like, Zach, please roll death saving throws, so, you might have a chance. So Zach agrees to this and starts rolling his death saving throws, and then his character fully dies. It was one of the most... It was the most angry I have ever been. That is the most angry I've ever been with Zach. Because Zach is the kind of person that you can't really stay mad at. But oh dear lord, I still hold a grudge from that.
Listen, the session ended off really good. Let's just leave it at that.
Did it now?
Bro, okay, you can't lie to me and tell me that your session ended really fucking good.
Yeah, it ended well. Because I had to make it end well, because a character died, Zachary.
Okay, you're right, but also, it's in the past. The session went really well. My new character, bad bitch, she's hot. Yeah.
Well, that campaign ended, so you won't use her again.
I'm keeping her. I'm keeping it forever. I love that character.
Well, yeah, but, like... Anyways...
So, I guess it's my time to...
Now Zach... Yeah, now Zach is DMing, and I'm getting back at him for most of the stuff he pulled on me while I was DMing.
So, we were doing an entire new session he was doing that was based, like, in the same set, like, campaign, but, like, 100 years in the future. And we got, like, 2 campaigns down, and he asked me, so, like, hey, like, do you want to do the DM thing? I'm getting tired of it. And I was just like, sure, I mean, can't be that hard. I was wrong. I did the first like thing, and it went so terrible. That was the day I was like, "Fuck, I don't know if I even want to do this." But then I sucked it up. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it. I've sucked it up. I'm not a baby." So I made an entire new session, which is going. The first one wasn't my favorite. I'm learning along the way. Like I'm learning the nicks and trades. Like
Okay. Ironically, I've never seen anyone pick it up that fast. Like, you're doing very well. And your first session wasn't even that bad. It just ended terribly because we were intentionally trying to make you see how hard it was. Or I was. I don't know about the other.
Oh, no, Keegan was too. I fully believe he was. But I didn't start feeling comfortable with my sessions until the last one. The last one gave me confidence. I was like, okay, this is just like... Yes, this
Dude, roleplay sessions work so, like, they get you in the groove of how, like, you should do things. Like, they're definitely very helpful in that way.
Like, I enjoyed that session so much. Like, I know I don't get to, like, play, like, actual, like, I get to play actual characters, but not, like, to the extent they do. But it was still even fun for me. Just, like, the matter of, like, anxiety I caused Caleb because of, like, how serious I made the issue and make it.
Okay, there was one point in the session where this isn't going to release before next campaign, right?
Oh, no,
so Keegan won't hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a point in the session where I had to revive my father because I had already killed him. And I needed him alive so I could put off some debt on him. Because it was his debt and he had died because I killed him. Because D&D Dad was deadbeat. And I was like, I need him alive. And the guy that was reviving him was like, I can do it, but he'll only live for like a week or two. And then I was like, I need him alive as long as possible because I didn't know I could just get my name taken off the debt. Or I guess I had forgotten or something. And I was like, what if I give you my arm? And then he was like, that could work, but it's like a very slim chance. And then me being me, I'm like, never tell me the odds. And then I give him the arm anyways. And then it didn't work.
Okay.
So I end up...
So,
sorry. What were you saying?
I was just going to say, like, the process of me doing that. So, I had the idea, I was going to roll, until, like, one side got 5. Like, I was doing, odds and evens. And whatever, like, got up the first was, like, the winner. Like, odd was, like, he loses the arm in general, but, like, the father gets more time or he doesn't. And right when they were even, like, at 4 and 4, I was just like, maybe he'll get this, maybe he'll get this. I rolled it, 11. I was like, oh, fuck. I was just like, he's alive, but a week only.
Yeah, so keep in mind while you listen to the rest of this, I have already sacrificed my arm in this campaign for nothing. And then we're going upstairs, and I'm trying to intimidate my father, because I need him to take my name off the debt. So I don't have more debt than my character already has, because my character has a bunch of debt in the campaign already. And I don't need some other debt collector following me trying to collect on this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, please take my name off the debt. And he's like, I couldn't think of literally anything, because the character that is my father in the campaign literally hates my guts. But I have a sister in the campaign that he actually loves. And I'm like, if you don't take my name off the debt, I'll kill her. And he's like, you won't. And so I send my friend a bounty hunter with Denier the Riding God to my house to, quote unquote, kill my sister. And then there was like a 45-minute scene where they were just in my house talking it over amongst themselves on how to do it. And then they finally decide on, hey, let's clone the thing. Or let's clone his sister, and then we'll just kill the clone and bring back the head to prove it. And then they end up cloning it. And then the clone, whenever it is made, like, loses its balance, falls into my real sister. And since it's an identical clone, literally you cannot tell them apart. So they have to, like, interrogate either one of them, trying to figure out which one's the clone. And there's no difference in the two of them. So then our buddy Connor has to figure out, okay, I'm just gonna kill one. And I had texted Zach on Snapchat being like, dude, which one's the fake one? I need to know. And he's like, number 1 is the fake one. And I'm like, okay, good. Because I needed to know automatically if Connor had chosen the wrong or right one. And so it gets to the point on where Connor needs to choose one or the other. And then he's like, alright, I'm gonna kill number 1. And I let out a sigh of relief. And then he's like, Zach, which one is that? And then Zach says, you got the real one. And I lost it. Because I thought Zach had just lied to me.
Okay, so in my defense, like, what I legit thought, and I'm just gonna openly admit I was wrong. I thought he'd, like, in my head, something told me, like, hey, he asked which one was the real one, and I said number 1. But in reality, he actually asked who the clone was, so that's what my mishap was. I was like, oh, fuck, shit. Okay, that was my bad. But the way that session went, oh my god, dude.
The suspense was so real.
Bro, I had so much fun doing it. And one of my favorite things is, like, how you and your father, like, kind of how, like, y'all went at each other and whatnot, and how, like, you just don't understand why he dislikes you. And then when he kind of explains why he hates you, and it's for no reason, really, but the way he just hates you, you can just see, like, the emotions in your, like, how you said, like, the emotions in your face just kind of fade away, you just stop giving a shit. Bro, that was one of my favorite scenes. It was like, in all the cold moments.
Genuinely?
It was so good.
Okay, dude, because there was, like, one point where you were like, yeah, he just looks at you and, like, there's no love in his eyes at all. And, like, me having an actual loving father, this was just, like, one alien to me. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna look at him just, like, the same way. And then we got to the point where we're, like, standing on the road. And, like, I was just like, yeah, you know, some people used to respect you. And then I get up to walk away. And then you're like, okay, I guess I'll pull out this plot line. And I'm like, what could he possibly be talking about? For context, in my backstory.
Yeah.
In my backstory, my mother is, dead.
Yeah.
Or is supposed to be. And then Zach says, your mother might not be dead. And then I look at him, and I'm like, I don't want to ruin his session. So I was like, I'll play along, I guess. And so Zach decided to go with that, and I was just like, what do you mean? And then he goes into this huge long spiel about how one night he was done with what I had done, so he was gonna kill me, and then my mother objected to it, and then like, she ended up leaving because that's what the father had said to do if she didn't want me to kill or to be dead. And so, yeah, all fine and dandy, I guess. But there was a scene that I was gonna tell Zach about literally after this session. Being like, yeah, I watched my mom die.
Oh, yeah, well, I wanted to end the session on something very dark. Like, I was just like, you know, this would be, I want to see how this goes. And you didn't disappoint. The father sold your mom into slavery.
Yeah, so, a lot of fun happening in our D&D campaign.
Bro, I need to work on the next session. Like, I'm gonna work on it, like, just for clarification, it's Monday, the 9th, I think? Maybe? Don't remember. But, we have our session on Wednesday, the 11th, so I just need to, like, stop being gay and just, like, work on the campaign. Because, like, I was saying, I didn't like it at first, but I've started to grow more, like, liking to it. To where now I'm just like, okay, I'm starting to enjoy this. Because, like, when my dad, like, he was like, so what is it about? Like, I told him, like, it's kind of like writing a book, but, like, making up as you go and not writing it down. It's just, like, in the moment type stuff. Like, you totally, like, make a beginning and make an ending, and then, like, the rest is kind of, like, have a good idea for it, but just, like, get ready for everything, because, you know, your players sometimes just do stuff that you don't expect.
The best way to put it is your players are constantly the smartest and dumbest people you will ever meet. Like, sometimes they'll think of things, like, on how to outsmart you that you would never think of. And then other times you will put something in front of them that is so obvious to you that you think no one could possibly ever get this wrong. And then they go at it, and they are so just blind to everything logical that they somehow get something wrong that you thought was genuinely impossible, and then you're at like I said, your players, if you ever play D&D and are DMing, are some of the smartest and dumbest people you will ever meet.
Yeah,
and that is the most fun part of it. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. It's so fun.
It's like I'm having a lot of fun. Like, at first I was like, I really don't know if I want to do this. It sounds like a nerd shit. And now, like, near the end of the year,
it definitely is.
It's fun. I have to say, like, I really enjoy it. It's a cool, like, little bonding activity you can do with your friends, where you can just like have just like for like an hour or two, just have like a session where y'all can just like be in a different kind of reality for like that long. And it's very interesting. I enjoy it. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want, Mason?
All right.
Mason walked in again. What do you?
Is that knife in here?
Yes?
No, Dad's knife.
No, that's my knife.
I know, what I'm saying is Dad's knife. The one that he let me borrow. I brought that back with us, right?
I didn't know you borrowed a knife from him.
His boot knife?
I didn't know you took it. Okay, that was... Okay. I'm just gonna cut that out. So... Hold on, let me see how long we've been recording this before. Okay, it's about an hour. Okay, we should probably end it off with a darker, or like a deep question like we always do.
Alright, I got one. Hold on.
You got one? Alright, you'll ask one, and then
yeah,
I'll ask one after you.
There's a Sonic mod for Minecraft? Cut that out.
No! I'm not!
You're cutting out, but I know you're laughing at me.
You fucking loser.
You shut up, man. Sonic is based.
Bro, how do I make it to where like you can hear me laughing? Why is it cutting it out? Well, let me go to settings.
Discord has these things. It's called noise suppression. You have to turn it off.
Voice to video. Noise suppression. I have it off.
It's got a few others. I don't really know if those would do anything, though.
Fuck it. I don't really care that much. Alright.
Alright.
So, what deep question are you thinking today, bud?
I'm looking through this one website that I usually use for all my deep questions. Dude, none of these are as good as I remember.
You want me to ask one while you're looking for one, or do you want to like wait till you find one?
Okay. I think I've got one.
Alright, bet.
What did you want to be when you're younger, and how has that changed to now?
Oh, fuck you. Okay. Can you repeat the question?
That's a good one.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay. What was your, like, dream job when you were younger, and how is that, and, like, how does that, like, what are your plans now? Like, how has it changed?
When I was younger, I always knew I wanted to have something to do with music, because, one, my father's a musician, and, like, two, I grew up loving music. And I always, like, at first, I didn't have much confidence in myself, because, like, I went to pick up, like, when I was 12, I picked up guitar for, like, 3 months, and I hated it, so I just stopped doing it until freshman year, and I was in Tasha's class, and I was doing drums. Like, that was my thing I was doing, because my father did drums at first, and I was just like, you know, that'd be a cool little thing to do. And after, like, my first show, I was the backup drummer, and that hurt my pride and ego so much to where I didn't even show up for my Christmas show. I just, like, straight on skipped it. And, like, I was so irrelevant that no one even noticed I wasn't there. And that just kind of showed me, like, wow, I need to get better. And then I picked up acoustic exactly New Year's Eve of 2020 or 2019 or something, one of the two. I think it was It was 2019, I remember. I picked up guitar 2019 of Christmas Eve, and I just kind of like made myself go like play and play and play. And then my first concert I ever did was in March, and I got to like go on stage and play guitar. Not well, because I wasn't very good, but I just got to play guitar in general, and I was an important part of the thing. And that just gave me like hope, just like, okay. And then coronavirus hit, and bro, I don't know like how it was for you, but I was fucking just depressed the entire time of coronavirus. The entire quarantine thing, that was one of the worst years of my life. So
yeah,
what to help me get through that was playing guitar, and I just stopped like the entire like summer and like until I got back of 2021 of February or March, I believe. I did nothing but play guitar, practice and practice and practice. It's where like when I showed up and just started playing guitar, Tosh legit, like, you know that story about like there's this one guy who picked up everybody's guitar and was like wanted to play it but never played really good. Then he disappeared for 6 months, and then he came back and he just like was a god at guitar.
Yeah.
And then he was finishing the story. He goes like, little did everyone find out, he sold his soul to the devil to be able to play guitar better. And Tosh legit for a moment thought that's what I did. So I came back and just like knew a lot of stuff. Like when I first started, I only knew 3-4 chords.
I'm entirely convinced that is what you did, actually, 'cause you told me about it. I know that's what you did.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. Satan said blah, 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 blah. I was like, yes.
Yes.
But and if younger me could see me now, I feel like he'd be impressed, but he'd also be kind of disappointed to a point, because like I feel like he'd like me as an 18-year-old, he expected me to be farther along the road than this. And it'd be like a positive thing but a negative thing, because it would just be like, yes, like I have like evolved this quite a bit. Like I can play guitar pretty well. I know I can play simple stuff on the bass. I can keep a simple drum beat. Like I know stuff. It's just like I feel like he'd be like expecting more. So, and plus with this possibly being the last, like this Wednesday, tomorrow is
Don't say the actual name of the show and stuff, because that gives them.
There's this show that we do at our school, and this one we're doing tomorrow is one of the biggest things I've ever done. There's gonna be like 300 plus people there. It's gonna be on a huge bigger stage, and just like it's an awesome moment, but it's also bittersweet because this could possibly be the last time I could play for like the school. So it's just like,
that sucks
extremely. But to answer your question, I feel like younger me would be happy with the progress I made. The rat bastard's a bit.
That's good.
We're in the deep question, Sart Mason. I hate you.
Damn.
What are you doing in
Always be afraid on other people's downfall.
What are you doing in my room? I need this. No, you don't. Why you need that?
Why would you need these?
He stole one of my big tequila bottles. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, that's how I feel about.
Hey yo.
Didn't drink it. Swear, I'm a minor. Right. Wouldn't do that. But what about you, Caleb? How would younger you feel about how you are?
Okay, well, to be fair, my dream, my entire life, like the one thing that I've always wanted to do, like from birth, like obviously I had that stage where I'm like, I want to be a police officer, like dumb stuff like that. But like, don't be a police officer, by the way. Never be a police officer.
George Floyd taught us that.
Anyways. Yeah, that one. Anyways, but my dream for as long as I can remember has always been to be a writer and write books and stuff like that. Well, currently my plan is after school to go get my associates in English and then go get a degree in screenwriting, because that would be literally my dream coming true, and I would get to write for TV shows and stuff like that. That would be insane, and I could do pretty much anything. That would be so much fun. But yeah, that's how my plans have changed They really haven't. That was like my dream as a kid, and now I'm doing my best to follow them. So, you know.
Do you feel like younger you would be impressed with your progress?
No. I feel like younger me would be disappointed in the lack of progress, because I definitely haven't always followed it to like a T. But, you know, I am what I am, and I'm not going to apologize. So, take that, younger me. Yeah. Anyways, you said you had one?
I have one I think would be pretty good. And I was like, someone asked me this, like, it wasn't recently, but one of my ex-best friends just asked me this. And they said, if you knew in 1 year that you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you're living and why?
Ooh. Okay. Would it be like this year? Like when? Or like just if I knew at any point in life that I would die?
Like you woke up, like imagine you woke up the next morning, you start coughing blood, you went to the hospital and found out you only got 1 year left to live.
You know what? I probably would. I'd probably just literally up and leave everything. Like, change names, move to, like, Europe or something like that. Because, like, when am I ever going to get the chance to do that? And, like, on the such short time span that I'm living on, why wouldn't I? Like, obviously there's, like, yeah, spend time with your family and stuff. And, like, I'm super big on that, too. But, like, you know, I've always wanted to travel. Why not use the last year of mine traveling without having to worry about anything else?
I did not expect that, actually. That was a really good answer.
I don't know. That's just me, man.
That was a really good answer. I liked that. For me, personally, if I was, like, if that happened to me and I found out the next morning, I was just gonna, like, I only have 1 year left to live, I think I would stop being a pussy and release my own music within that year, just so, like, I don't, like, one of my fears about, like, everything is dying and not leaving anything to be remembered by. So I feel like,
yeah,
well, that's another, like, reason. I've never actually said this at all, like, this is my first time ever talking about it. That's another reason why I started my YouTube channel, because, like, during the point where I, like, wasn't, like, I was just, like, before I made it, I was, like, sad to a point, because, like, I thought about set up when I was just like, there's, like, if I die right now, the only thing I have, like, the only thing the world can see me for is just, like, my family just knowing me and the couple handful of friends I had. So that's one reason I started my YouTube channel, just this. I know I'm probably not gonna make it big. There's a possibility I will, but it's like I'm being realistic. But just like, as long as there's something to, like, people can, like, after I'm gone, people just remember me by that. That would just be all that, like, matters to me in the world. And that's one reason I want to be a musician and, like, actually, like, put out music and, like, tour and stuff like that, is because, like, there's a lot of bands that, like, if they didn't exist, my entire life would be different. So it's just like putting out something that knows that people would, like, listen to and watch and just, like, change their, like, daily life. That's all, like, so if I had 1 year left, I'd probably just dedicate to just, like, putting out as much stuff as I can and, like, having fun while I'm doing it.
That's super introspective, actually. I mean, yeah. I completely agree. That is definitely the best way to do things. Just make sure you're remembered properly, I guess.
And also fuck a lot of hookers and do cocaine. You can't forget that part.
Also, I just want everyone to know, who was wondering, since I know Zach won't cut that part out earlier, the Sonic mod, totally worth it. Yeah, totally worth it.
Well, I think it's time about
that's been the Whispers from the Abyss podcast, everyone. Thank you for joining in. I know Zach loves each and every one of you. I'm less like that, actually. I hate each and every one of you. Anyways, have fun, beautiful people.
So, thank you all for watching. This has been Whispers from the Abyss. I plan on trying to do more stuff recently. Me and Caleb talked about it. We're probably going to do this a duo thing and just add guests until Tyler's able to come back, if he is able to come back. If not, he could be like a guest whenever he can. I definitely plan on having Zach back on, maybe our friend Keegan, a couple other people. So
I doubt we get Keegan on here.
It's a possibility, you know.
Okay, sure, buddy.
If he keeps asking to be on the podcast, then no, I'm probably like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna put your face on one of the podcast episodes and never add you on it.
Dude, Sonic.
Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a fantastic day. Anything you want to say to the viewers, Caleb?
No, I'm good. They can say it to themselves.
Wait, hold on, I cut out. What'd you say?
I hate the viewers.
Why?
They're gross.
Hey, Caleb, I'm recording still.
No, you're not.
You wanna bet?
Are you?
Yeah.
It's Sonic.
Okay, I'm ending it.
I'm sorry, I'm gushing over the Sonic mod.